Good morning, friends. Welcome to Saturday in the Studio. My name is Lisa Schmid, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And I'm excited because today is Card Cafe, which is a very fun day, and lots of women coming over to stamp. It could be men too. Maybe Dave invited some friends. I don't know. Do you invite any friends?
They were all busy.
Oh, how convenient. They were all busy. Okay.
Fishing weekend.
Oh, fishing. I see. Anyway, it's raining, but okay. Whatever works for you.
Hi, Terry.
So good morning. I'm gonna make a card today that I don't know if it's double gate. We can decide once I make it. You can decide what you think it'd be a good name for it. But it's just kind of a fun card. So we'll just go ahead and get started. I am going to use the designer series paper that is the Mediterranean Blooms. And if you haven't used Mediterranean Blooms before, it is just so pretty. This is probably the one I like the least. It's a small print. I guess it's pretty, but I really like the big lemons, and you can tell what I have left of because that's what I like the lemons. I also had big oranges, and I like this orange and lemon pattern together. So that's all I have left of it, which means I need to get some more.
Very vintage California.
Oh yeah,
citrus grove.
You know it is, isn't it? And we're from.
But I guess that's Mediterranean.
I'm from California, but anyway, this week I reorganized some things, and I noticed on my designer series paper some sticking out all over the place. It just looks sloppy. So here's what I did. I took a sleeve of a 12 by 12 scrapbook. Happened to be Stampin' Up! When we carried them. Maybe we still do. I'm not sure.
Nope.
And I just cut off the holes where the holes were because I was trying to figure out what would be a good holder for my paper. And this actually works really well because I can easily tuck it in.
Corner sleeve.
Yeah. And this is all I see is this piece right here. And so it's nice and clean, nice clean look. So there's a good tip for you if you need some way to hold your paper in a pretty way. Hi, friends. Okay, so we're going to start with Old Olive. And this is scored. It's 11 by 4 1/4. And I scored it at, I'm not even going to say it until I measure, but 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. So 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. So that's kind of my little gate, so to speak. But we're going to make something else with it. So grab a bone folder. And sometimes when I score, I realize it's not perfectly straight. I'm not sure why. I am using a scorer.
There's a little bit of play in the score.
Yeah, there is. Or the paper's maybe crooked. Who knows? Things aren't perfect. That's the bottom line. And that's okay. All right. I am going to just trim off. Do you see this little piece hanging over? I'm just going to trim that off. That little piece right there. I don't usually use scissors, but I am going to there. Okay. Really little piece. I don't know. Do you think anyone would have noticed that? Okay. And then I am going to use Lemon Lolly, which is just a fun paper. This is the part of the designer series paper I'm going to use. It's the one with lots of oranges and orange blossoms. When I lived in California, right down the street, you could pick up a bag of oranges, and put the money in his garage, which was kind of fun. A slot in the garage door. This is 1 1/2 by 4 3/4. I could have gone a little bigger because I took off one layer. I could have gone one more layer on here, and I decided, no, I think this is enough.
And this designer series paper is on sale today. Hey, Mary Jo.
Yes. Hi, Mary Jo. Are you watching in your car? What are you doing? I know Mary Jo's coming today. So this is just layered 1/4 inch bigger than the other. I will write out the dimensions because, as I say them, if I was listening, I'd be like, I don't know the dimensions that you just said. So I will write them out for you. Okay, so there we have that. And we are I'm going to just burnish this a little bit more, make it a nice flat. We're going to put one this way, adhered on this side, and one adhered on this side.
That's what I was thinking. Mary Jo doesn't live that far away.
Well, I suppose. So I want to put one on one side. So I'm only going to put adhesive on the 1/2. And before I put that one down, I'm going to place this one just so I can kind of center and see. You could do them closer together. You could do whatever you want to do, but I'm going to do them kind of evenly spaced. I know that's a shocker for many of you who know me, because I like symmetry. So on this one, only this side is adhered. But on this one, I'm going to only adhere the other side, which this design could be either way. So that is
It
not
makes
going
more
to.
sense this way, though.
What's that? The design?
To open.
Oh, no, no. More I meant the design. This paper, you could put
Oh,
it
got
either this way or I could flip it over this way. It doesn't really matter.
Got
Well,
it.
the stems are facing up this way, so maybe a little bit. Okay, now I just need a focal point. So I am going to use, I previously die cut this out of our, is it Nested Essentials? I'm going to take a risk and say I think it's Nested Essentials. And now remember, we only want to adhere this onto one piece, right? If I adhere the whole thing, I just made my card so I can't close it. So I'm going to adhere it to the side you would open first, which would be
It is not. It's,
this side. Nope, it's not that one.
It's not that one either.
So I'm going to adhere it onto this side. And I'm actually going to put it, so when I was designing this, I was thinking if you put it here, it feels a little awkward to get this underneath it when you're closing it. But if I put it up a little ways, it's more on the left side, so it doesn't feel as awkward. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll put a little sentiment over here. Not going to pop this up. But again, you kind of have to be aware of where you're putting adhesive because I only want it to stick on this part up here. So I'm just going to put it on the top half-ish.
Hey, Diane.
2 on it.
And
Hi,
it is,
friends.
everyday details.
Everyday
dies.
details. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to kind of pop this up on this side, leaving a little bit of that paper showing. Make sure I didn't stick it to the bottom. Oh, no. Nope, I did not, because that's going to tuck under there like that. Okay, now we need a focal point. So that's what we need to put here. Now, with this citrus blooms, it actually, you can die cut out the oranges. So this one is a larger orange and this one is a smaller orange. Let's see what I have here. So I have the larger one die cut out, and I did use washi tape to secure it, which I just wanted it precise. And it looks like on this one, I cut off that little leaf for
Extra
some
leaf.
reason. Not sure. Oh, it probably was at the edge of a paper because. I was thinking about using something like that and decided that was too much. So anyway, just using the oranges as but I'm going to keep that, right? We're going to die cut that. We're going to keep it. Just using the oranges as a focal point here. And I'm going to pop these up. So grab my dimensionals here. And looks like I have my minis. That's okay. Can you grab me those ones from that table right there? I'm going to use the edge right next to you. I'm going to use the edges because those minis are, you'd be surprised. I'm actually making a miniature little village or house or street. I don't know what it is. It's a book nook. And it's, oh my gosh, it's so detailed. I keep saying it's a really good exercise in patience for me, because like on this, I had no patience to sit there and stick all those on. But you have to take this twine and make your own little roses, and it's kind of insane. I have to say, if I knew what I was getting, I probably would not have chosen that one, but who knows? I'm into it now, and yep, it's something. I took a bead and had to wrap twine around it, like this big of a bead, to make a light. Oh goodness. And to make a flower pot. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and stick that on right there. And so that's our main, obviously, the main part of the card. And now we just need a sentiment. That can go back on that table. So the 2 sentiments I was thinking
Morning,
about.
Patty.
One is happiest birthday. So I used that on my sample. So I'm going to use this one that says, hello, friend. I thought that was kind of a fun one to use. I like the font. I wanted it on something little that's going to fit right here, right? So I'm going to grab my little hello friend, and I'm going to use my matte because it's photopolymer. Gives me a better stamp. I'm going to stamp over on this side. See if I get it straight. Ah, very good. And I'm going to just snip this edge straight-ish. And then, so if you still have this punch, it's retired, but you could use that little piece to make your little banner. But since it's retired, I'm going to do it this way. where you just go ahead and cut right up the middle. And then you go from the corner to the middle. At Card Cafe, you use the punch. Corner to the middle, get all the way there, and you get this nice little banner. So, and I'm going to stick this just flat. I'm going to go all the way to the edge. No, I think I'm going to pop it up. Yeah, I am yes, I'm going to pop it up. Go all the way to the edge. This one I will use the itty bitties. I'm not going to make him give it to me again after I told him he could put it away. So, but what a fun, just bright, cheery. You could sure use this with lots of different designs, right? So what are you guys doing this Saturday morning? What's going on? No paint on my hand anymore. So Tanya, we did, I did finish. I really finished now. So I'm going to go ahead and post it, the picture, but we just expanded to the other side of our basement. So I have one more wall to paint. So you never know, on Monday, I probably will have paint again on my fingers. All right. And I don't even think I need any ribbon, any gems, it's just, I think it's busy enough. And I think it looks really pretty. And then when you open it, of course, you have that little tuck in, and inside, instead of adding white, we're going to add lemon lolly, because you can still write on lemon lolly. And that's kind of a nice surprise when you open it, right? That you're not finding just white inside. So let's go ahead and stick this in, just our standard quarter sheet right there, like that. And then the only other thing, if you wanted to, is you could do that little watermark thing that I kind of like to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I can. I'm just going to do the single orange. This is kind of fun, but if you use these, then you would either use the black and white detail or you would color it. And I'm not going to color it, obviously. I'm just going to use the green, the old olive detail. And so let's stamp that off. I keep this big block over here, I decided, because I don't ever use it over there. So, okay, 1, 2, let's just see what 3 looks like. Probably 3, I think. So let's go ahead and put that right in the middle. Can you tell I'm loving this watermark thing? I feel like I'm doing it all the time now. 1, 2, and let's just get one right here in the middle, kind of like this. 3. Yeah, I like that. Let me just bring it up so you can see it. So it's just light, just a little bit of that. You can still write over it. So that is this card. Dave, what do you have to show us? I have one more thing I want to show you, but sure. I will let Dave talk and then I will show you.
So as you always hear me say, for all things, go to thestamperstudio.com. And one of the main things, when you first get there, you can order Stampin' Up! Products like the Designer Series paper, the one we've been using this morning, which is on sale.
15% off, yep.
Other thing is registration is open for Sweets in Season. Sweets in Season is our virtual event we do with our friends Amy Rich and Tracy Filter.
So sorry.
It will be held on September 28th, 3 hours of Stampin' Fun. Each demonstrator will feature one of the sweets in the new catalog.
Monday, I'll show you what mine looks like. Not the whole thing, but the sweet, because I got it.
There you go. And also you will have a make and take for every sweet as well. There are add-on classes that you can do in addition with more make and takes. Also remember, if you can't be there for the full 3 hours, it is recorded. So you always have access to the recording. So if you can stay for only an hour or 2 and then need to watch the rest later, totally fine. We will walk you through all the projects. Everything will be right there. But come here to thestamperstudio.com, click Sweets in Season, and you can register for that.
Okay.
We still have Christmas cards going on. If you want to order some Christmas cards, you could go ahead and do that. And those are the main things I wanted to tell you today.
Okay. So one thing with the same paper I wanted to show you is there are sometimes, can you come back to me? Things that are on the edges.
I am sorry.
That's
you
okay.
You just can't see it.
No, I can't see
I'll switch it.
Okay. There are some things that are on the
There
edges. Thank you. Can you come closer?
I can.
High maintenance, much. There are some things, as I said, are on the edges.
Just a little bit.
Pardon? Yeah. On the edges. And sometimes I'm like, well, I feel like I should be able to use these. So I did die cut these out. And I was going to show you how you could easily use something like this. So, for example, this one, I did cut out that flower. And this could sit, so I was thinking, no, on top of maybe like this one, kind of like that. Even if you cut a little bit more and get that little piece of yellow out, or this one, that's what I was thinking. If you kind of go under,
Yep.
you know, it's still, I mean, I think it's still, it works. It can still work. Trying to find that other side.
I just put my sentiment where the flat edge is over the top of it to hide it.
Okay, Dave just puts, yeah, that's an also a good idea, Dave. He has so many good ideas, right? All right. The other night, I love that. The other night I showed you a shaker card. Let's see, today's Saturday, Monday night. And then I went ahead and made one more shaker card that was a much easier shaker card. And so I did take pictures as I was making it. And so I'm going to put that in I'm just going to make a post of it instead of putting it in a chat. But this is kind of the easy shaker card, easy in quotes, that I was trying to show you when I showed you something that ended up being kind of a lot. So there we have it. That is what we have. We'll tuck this back under there. And we have that card. And this one, like I said, has happiest birthday. This one has the 1 orange. This one has the 2 oranges. So that's it. That's what we have this morning. That's what I have this morning for you. And that's it. So on Monday, I am going to show you unboxing. I ordered some things from the new catalog, and I can't wait to show them. One is the Sweets in Season, actually 2, and my add-on class. And I'm so excited to show you what I got because it's so pretty. So come back on Monday, and I will show you some things from the new catalog. If you don't have your catalog yet, it should be coming soon. If you haven't gotten it, and then by the end of this week, if you haven't gotten it, let me know, and I'll check and see and get you one. Okay. All right, friends, have a great Saturday. I look forward to seeing many of you here in a little bit. But until then, happy stamping.